Hey everyone, I am Kamladevi Sharma, a professional life coach and business consultant. Those of you who are now getting to know me, I specialize in mindset and personal development strategy, and I help people all over the world, especially entrepreneurs and people in management, to eliminate burnout, refocus their energy, and achieve balance in their personal and professional lives so that they can keep on thriving and feel more fulfilled and successful at the same time. Today, I'm talking about how can a startup entrepreneur better deal with disappointment in business. Now, I know many of you are pitching your sales. Many of you are in a position where you're really trying to implement strategies and take all of the advice that you can to really stand out online. And in this process, you will get some yeses and you will get some nos. Now, the person that you become when you hit a no really tells whether or not you're going to be able to attract more abundance and more opportunities into your life, into your business, or you're going to really struggle in the process to revive from them. So I'm going to share with you some tips, like 8 tips that you can really use to help you to overcome disappointment, especially if you're a startup entrepreneur. Now, firstly, I advise you to get a clear understanding and know fully what is your why. So remember and know your why. Every time you hit a no, go back to your why. Why are you in business? Why are you pitching a sale? Why are you offering your product or your service? What is your mission all about? So get super clear on your why and mentally and emotionally prepare yourself for the no's because not everyone is going to be in alignment with what you're offering. Not everyone is going to be in alignment with what you have to share. Not everyone is going to want to jump on your bandwagon. And you have to be mentally and emotionally prepared for this. This is all about business. This is all about being in the online environment. This is all about being an entrepreneur. So there are some people who will resonate with you. There's some people who will gravitate towards your energy, and there's some people who just wouldn't. And you have to accept that. So get really clear on your why. Why are you in business? Why are you offering your service? And know who you're offering your service to. So when you hit a no, you know that that person is not in alignment with what you have to offer. And you remain confident. You stand in your power, you own your power in that moment, and you keep on moving. You know that there isn't anything that you can offer to that person to really help them move past their issues because it's all about mindset, right? So if they're not looking for a solution, then you can possibly provide one to help them. So don't worry about your nose. You just stay clear and focused on your why and you keep on remembering it. So one way in which you can remember your why is to really associate it with a few words. Like for me, I remember that I am really helping people to achieve balance in their lives. So when I hit a no, I just remind myself abundance, ease, and flow. I keep on flowing. I want more abundance. I want more ease. And if that person doesn't resonate with me, that's perfectly fine. I know that they're just creating more space for those who do resonate with me to come towards me, right? So this is the kind of mindset that I use to keep on achieving recurring success in my business and to really get over that disappointment of a no. Secondly, I spend some time knowing my successes. I spend some time knowing my strengths, and I spend some time knowing my weaknesses or my failures as well. So I take my successes, I take my strengths, and I use that to motivate me. Now, the stuff that I'm weak in, I don't feel intimidated by them. If I fear something, I address it. I'm not scared of looking at the stuff that I'm weaking. I'm not scared of looking at my weaknesses or where I would have failed in the past. I look at them as opportunities to grow. So I look at all of my weaknesses and I try to get as comfortable as I can with them to really help me to create a strategy on how I can improve myself. What can I do better? How can I, build a longer lasting conversation? How can I keep this person more connected with me? So I distinguish my strengths from my weaknesses. I use my strengths to really keep that momentum of success going. And I look at my weaknesses and I help myself to get comfortable with them. I help myself to grow past them, to address my fears so that I can keep on moving and blooming. All right. Now, if you guys are joining me, please do leave a comment so that we can get some more interaction going. But my third tip on how we can really get over disappointment as a startup entrepreneur is to get clear on our vision and to build our worth around it. Now, when I started my business, I didn't have a clear vision in place. I started it for the love of it and because I really wanted more ease and flow from my online bridge job. And at that time, I was pregnant with my second son. And I couldn't physically sustain the pace at which I was working. I was really hustling for money. So I was in this online job and I thought to myself, I just needed the money and I was really like a pushy manifester. And I didn't want to be that person anymore. I wanted to attract the money with more ease and flow. And I wanted to have more time to rest and really prepare my mind, my body for this child that I was bringing into the world. So I needed to really get clear on my vision. And I learned that only after giving birth. So anybody that I work with now, all of my entrepreneurs, that's something that's a priority. What is your vision? What is your mission? Let's look at where you want to go. Where do you see yourself in the next month? Where do you see yourself in the next 6 months? Let's start small like that. Where do you see yourself in a year? What about 3 years? What about 5 years? What about 10 years? Do you have a vision of the life that you will be living in this space of time? And if not, you want to spend some time getting clear on it so that when you're bumping into opportunities now, when you're interacting with people now, you know whether or not they're really in alignment with the vision that you have for this month or 6 months or year or 3 years, right? So you really want to get clear on your vision. You really want to spend some time getting to know your vision and you want to build your worth around it. Now, it's really important for you to build your worth around it. Know that you're worthy of this vision manifesting. Know that you're worthy of being a multi-billion-dollar entrepreneur. Know that you're worthy of taking that travel vacation that you long for. Know that you're worthy of having your foot soaked in Epsom salts, know that you're worthy. Know that you're worthy of this vision manifesting, and know that you're worthy of spending this time and energy in the moment to allow your vision to become a reality. You have to build your worth around your vision. You have to get clear on your vision so that when you bump into no's in the moment, when you get disappointed in the moment, you know to yourself that, that is not in alignment with my vision for the next month or three. I don't want to be, communicating with this person. I don't want this person to be a part of my success because their energy is just not in alignment with what I'm all about, right? So you want to be able to have that level of confidence in your business so that you can keep on moving with ease and you can have the flow that you desire, right? Now, the fourth tip that I want to share with you and how you can overcome disappointment as an entrepreneur is to coach yourself every day. You are your best coach. For me, I had a spiritual coach, I had a business coach, I had a yoga coach. And I hired a yoga coach only after my last pregnancy because I really wanted to feel my body and I wasn't feeling what I wanted to feel. So I hired a yoga coach for that purpose. But what I realized in hiring all of these coaches in my journey was that I needed to coach myself every day. And this is how I really was able to tap into recurring successes as an entrepreneur. And this is what I share with all of my clients too. As much as you have someone to go to, as much as you have someone that is keeping you accountable, or you're with a group of people that is keeping you accountable, you have to mentally and emotionally prepare yourself every day. You have to be your number one coach, right? And it really doesn't matter which business you're in. Some days will be great, some days will not. You have to be able to prepare yourself for that. So be your own coach, right? And speak positive words to yourself. Get super clear on your affirmations. Use your I am affirmations and do them in a meditative state. Like for me, I have three kids and they're all under 5 years old. So spending that time and managing my surgeon online business right now is a little challenging. And this is why I teach balance, because I am the master of balance right now in my life. So what I do, I become super creative to doing my I am affirmations. When my eldest, who's just 4 years old, misbehaves and he gets grounded, I ensure that I do my I am affirmations with him. So I put him to stand in a corner and I say, look, let's talk a little bit about what happened, why I'm grounding you, why is it that we don't want you to be behaving this way and you don't want you to be talking like this anymore. And I work through the problem with him, concluding with I am affirmations. I am a good boy. I am healthy. I am strong. I am smart. I am abundant. I am energetic. I am I'm handsome. I just go through them all with him. I'm resilient. I'm disciplined. I'm organized. And I just keep that flow going. So as I said, I am affirmations with him. I know that I am helping him. I am programming him and I'm also helping myself. And this is how I help myself be my own coach. And I've recognized it. No matter who I worked with, it has to start with me. I have to help myself in the process. All right. Now, the fifth tip on how we can really deal with disappointment as a startup entrepreneur is to meditate to recognize our lessons. So at first, I was very focused on the lack of resources, and I used to feel very intimidated by no's. I used to feel very intimidated that I'm spending all this time online and I'm not able to convert a lead. I'm not able to generate results, and I'm just spending more time and energy putting myself out there, putting content out there, and I'm not getting anything in return. So that used to feel very frustrating and overwhelming at the beginning. And there were times when I actually used to private message people and say, hey, look, I just did this meditation. I want to share it with you. Are you interested? And I would just do that. Like I would just send them the link. I wouldn't even ask them their permission for it. So I was caught up in my own illusion, I would say. And that's because I was so focused on the lack of resources. I was so focused on scarcity and feeling as if I had to compete with so many other experienced people that I wasn't able to bag a client in time, and I keep losing, right? So when I really took control of the process and I checked in on why exactly this is happening, why am I in this cycle, I realized that I was behaving in a way that I wouldn't like people to behave with me. And until I change that, I wouldn't be able to connect with people and build long lasting relationships. And I learned this in a meditative state. So I meditated to find the lesson. I meditated with the intention, I want to know why this is happening. I want to know why is it that I keep getting disappointment. There was even this one time that I would have private message a girl and she was like, don't message me anymore. My messenger is not for this purpose, and this is only for XYZ, and you're so rude and you didn't even ask me for permission. And she really blew up on me. And that's when I really realized what I was doing, and I wasn't really marketing myself in the best way. So when I shifted that, when I worked on that, I realized that what, I can't be doing that anymore. I'm not even recognizing my value and my worth. I'm not trying to stand out with my confidence and my wisdom. I need to be more in control of myself. I need to be more in control of the process, and I need to build people confidence in me, right? So when I meditated to really recognize my lessons, that's when I started to realize results. That's when I started to build long lasting relationships with my clients, and I really started to hit 10,000 figures in a month, right? So that's my fifth tip. Sixthly, communicate clearly your likes and your dislikes in your business. Now, this can be a bit challenging. And this is where it comes for you to be very honest with yourself. And this directly relates to being able to meditate, to recognize your lessons. Now, communicating your likes and your dislikes in your business. Do you really like what you're doing? Do you really like the approach you're taking? Not because, yes, this is the only way for me to get a client, this is the only way for me to convert a client, but do you really like it as a person? If someone had to sell to you, do you like the approach that you're taking? Do you like the words that you're using? Do you like the way in which they're coming to you? If you don't like it, change it, right? So communicate your likes and your dislikes in your business very clearly. And if you have a team, it is very important that you bring your team in alignment with your likes and your dislikes. So when they're going out there to do your work, they are in alignment with your vision and your mission. So as they convert people, as they convert your clients, you really have an understanding like, look, these people are in alignment with who I am because my team is a full representation of who I am, right? So when you're communicating your likes and your dislikes in business, you really know that your team is on board and the people that you're bringing in are in full alignment with you. So this is how this process in general is how you would eliminate rejection, or how would you would overcome disappointment, because you would have nothing to be disappointed about, right? The seventh tip I would share with you is to make time for fun and play. Now, too many times we underestimate the importance of having fun in business. Business can be very robotic, it can be very aggressive, right? But you don't need to become that person in business. If you're not preparing yourself mentally, emotionally, and even physically to deal with the online world, then you will not succeed and you will not be able to overcome the disappointment of a no, right? So it's really important that you set the intention that you want to have fun in your business. You want to have more ease. You want to have more flow. You want to spend more time playing, and you want to play around with the ideas to see the best fit for you. When you take that approach, you really open yourself up to the opportunities available to you. You open yourself up to more creativity and problem solving. And that's who you want to be in order for you to keep on being successful in business, right? So ensure that you make time for fun and play and be as intentional as possible in the process. And lastly, my last tip on how you can overcome disappointment as a startup entrepreneur is to accept feedback with the intention to keep learning and growing. Now, this is a tough one. Many of my clients do not like to ask their clients for feedback. But you know, feedback is so important for you to know where you are, for you to know how to improve your strategy, or how you need to improve the way you're doing things, the kind of content you're offering, the way in which you're offering it. You have to be able to ask. You have to be able to know how people are resonating with what you are offering and the way in which you're offering it. Because if you don't do that, and if you're not very open to feedback so that you can learn and grow, then you will find that you will be living in a bubble, and you will not be striking that connection with your ideal clients. You will not be striking that connection with the people who you really want to strike that connection with. So you may find that you'll be getting more no's. You may be hitting more disappointment than success in your business. So these are 8 of my tips, my special tips on how I would have overcome disappointment as a startup entrepreneur. And I'm sharing it with you guys because I know the pain of that. I know the pain of spending countless nights, spending time and energy over and over again, trying to convert leads, trying to attract more people, trying to stand out online and keep on hitting no's. And I'm sharing with you that, you know what, it doesn't have to be that way. It is in your control, and you have to take control of the process. You have to prepare yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally to deal with what you're about to deal with. You have to recognize that not everyone is going to be in alignment with you. You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's perfectly fine. Get clear on your why, get clear on your niche, get clear on who you're serving, why you're serving them, what is it that you want to achieve. And when you take that approach in your business, you will find that you're leaving a lot of space energetically for more opportunities to flow towards you, right? And listen, overcoming disappointment is very, very, very important. If you don't know it, if you don't recognize it, it is very important because every time someone tells you no, it is coming with an energy. It is coming with an impact and it is leaving an impression on your subconscious mind. It is also playing on your confidence and your worthiness. So if you're not building yourself in such a way mentally and emotionally to deal with disappointment or to deal with rejection, you will find that every time a no comes to you, your energy and your confidence is going to get lower and lower, and eventually you will want to give up in your business. You're going to say, this is not for me. This is nonsense that I'm doing. My husband was right, my kids are right, I shouldn't even be doing this. I don't even know what I thought about to get this done. You're going to start telling yourself this crazy story that you're not worthy of running an online business. But I'm going to tell you, as long as you conceived it, as long as you have that desire in your heart, it is meant for you. You just may not have the best strategy in place to be able to stand out online. You may just not know how to implement the stuff that you're learning from your business coach or your personal coach or whichever coach you're working with. You may not know how to implement it in such a way that you are standing out online. And I'm here to tell you that you're worthy of it. You can build your confidence. You can become resilient to a no, and you can really keep on thriving. You can have more abundance, you can have more ease, you can have more flow. Trust me, I've come from it, and I can tell you, after 6 months of recurring success, after 6 months of hitting 10,000 US consecutively, I can tell you, you got to work on you. And if you need help, I will be delighted to help you. I will be delighted to help you to shift your energy altogether and to shift your mindset altogether so that you can really start tapping into this abundance that is so available to you, just as how I was able to tap into it, right? So I do hope my 8 tips were super beneficial for you guys. And if you're joining me, you can just let me know in the comments right now. Was this value? Does it resonate with you? Do you have anything to share about it? Because I would be very happy to know how would this help you, and do you think that this would help you in your business? Can you apply some of these techniques so that you can really start shifting your mindset in your business to keep on thriving? If not, let me know that too. Let me know where you think I can improve, because your feedback is super beneficial for me in order for me to keep on growing and learning, right? So that's really what I have to share with you. I also want to invite you guys to a 5 days challenge that I am doing in my private Facebook community starting September 5th. It's going to be from September 5th to September 9th. It's an incredible 5 days challenge on how you can better prepare your environment, your home or your office or both, to really support you in your journey, to really help you to tap into your unlimited abundance, for you to bring in more wealth and prosperity into your life. So I'm sharing this for the first time in my community because this is really a technique that I would have used to help me to move into my new home. After 3 years of moving back and forth and having a lot of stuck energy in it, after moving from a very cluttered, old, leaky apartment, which was not supporting me at the time that I was living in it, and to really start hitting 10,000 months after moving into my home. So there were specific techniques that I would have used, that I would have implemented in my home and in my previous home to really support me in my business and in my life. And I'm going to be sharing it in the challenge. It's a 5 days challenge using the power of feng shui. It's really amazing how the simplest shift that you can make in your physical environments can really help you to attract more money, to really help you to convert that lead, to really be able to prepare your space and your home for more abundance and prosperity. And I am just going to be sharing it in my 5 days challenge. The link is in the comments. Feel free to join the challenge, get into the Facebook community. Let's get to know each other a little bit more, so that when we start a challenge, it will really be able to open your eyes and shift what is happening in your physical environment, so that you can prepare it in such a way that it supports you and your business's mission and vision, right? So feel free, join me in my private Facebook community, sign up for the challenge, so that we can really prepare your home and office and help you to elevate where you are right now in your business. As you apply these 8 tips I shared here, to really shift your mindset, and as you prepare your environment, I guarantee you that you're gonna start achieving that success that you desire to achieve. It has to start with you, and you have to take inspired action. All right. So that's it for now. That's all I want to share. Again, I want to thank you guys for joining me, and I look forward to having you guys join the challenge, which starts on September 5th and it's going to last until September 9th. I look forward to having you guys join me, so that we can really kickstart the momentum for success, ease, and flow in your life. We can really welcome more prosperity and abundance. All right. Oh, Linda. Oh, thank you, Linda, for joining me. I do have a few minutes. How do you handle one disappointment after another? I just want to give up at this point. Hey, Linda, this is exactly what I've been talking about. I would have shared 8 tips on how you can handle disappointment. But if you have disappointment after disappointment, it's super important that you recognize that one disappointment has really impact you energetically, that you keep on achieving more and more disappointment, you keep on attracting more and more disappointment. So what you want to do, you want to take a look back at your first disappointment, and you want to heal it. You want to heal it in such a way that you are reviving from what would have been said to you and how it was said. You're releasing the energy of that first incident, so that the energy doesn't keep pulling more and more situations that are going to lead you to more and more disappointment. Okay, so if you have disappointment after disappointment, by now you have a belief system that is established that you're not worthy enough of being successful in this business. You have a belief system that's already established that this business is not for you, or this is nonsense, or something around that sort. You do have a story that you've begun to tell yourself, because this is how it happens. This is how it all plays out, right? So if you have disappointment after disappointment, Linda, you really want to heal that first disappointment, and you want to rewrite that story. You want to recreate the experience, so that you know to yourself, but even if that didn't work out, it's not stopping me from better taking its place. It's not stopping me from something better to unfold in my life. It's not stopping me from achieving the things that I really want to achieve in my life and in my business, right? You got to manage a story that you're telling yourself. So go take a look at that initial disappointment. Let's heal it, and let's recreate that experience for you to really tap into that abundance, for you to tap into more ease and more flow. I'm so sorry, I feel like if I'm rushing, but my time is up. And if you want to have a little bit more talk about this, Linda, feel free to join my challenge. Sign up in the link above, so that we can have more of a relationship going, and I can really share with you some other ways in which you can overcome this issue that you're dealing with, right? So thank you once again, guys, for dropping in with me, for listening to me, and we'll connect in the 5 days challenge that I will be hosting in my private community. Have a great day. Much love to you guys, and take care.